Shrek and I am the Ogre Man, here with another video for you. Today I wanted to talk about something very interesting. I wanted to talk about how Fall Out Boy is doing currently right now. A lot of you people might know already that Fall Out Boy is kind of at a really weird state as of right now with the release of their latest album. The way I put it is that Mania is a very interestingly unique and very different album compared to a lot of their previous works. Now, I've been a Fall Out Boy fan for a really long time. Ever since I was in middle school, I grew up with listening to From Under the Cork Tree, and I loved that whole album completely. I was very, very big into that. I loved songs like Sugar We're Going Down, and then obviously their single Dance Dance, but then there were some other deeper cuts that I really liked off of the album, like Nobody Puts Baby in the Corner, I Slept With Someone from Fall Out Boy, and other songs such as Sophomore Slump, and so on and so forth. I really enjoyed their older works. I really enjoyed also Infinity on High. That was a fantastic album as well. I really enjoyed Thanks for the Memories and all their singles from that album, plus a few others that I really enjoyed as well from that album. And then even with their following album, Follow You Do, like at the time of its release, I wasn't super big into it, but over the years it's really grown on me a lot, and I really enjoy that album. After Follow You Do was released, Fall Out Boy went into a little bit of a hiatus state when they were trying to discover new things. Like Patrick Stump went on his solo project with that soul punk thing, and then Pete Wentz had some side bands as well that I know he was working on. Now, when Fall Out Boy decided to start working on some new material, believe me, I was getting really excited for this. I was really looking forward to Fall Out Boy because I liked all of their previous works. I liked everything that they had. The first look I got into that album was the Light 'Em Up, My Songs Know What You Did in the Dark. And I was very intrigued by that song. It was something that I wasn't 100% sure on at the time, but it definitely went in a direction that I liked throughout most of the album, which was a big fight between like rock and roll and like pop, and how kind of like a lot of that was trying to like mesh together and get like a really interesting piece of work that Fall Out Boy created with Save Rock and Roll. And I really enjoyed that album. I know they did their music video thing where they did a music video for each song on the album, which it was exciting at first, and then it's just kind of like eh. And then towards the end I was excited again because finally going to get an end to the whole music video series. Now, I enjoyed the music videos. I enjoyed that album. So when I heard that they were coming out with another album for a 2015 release, I was getting pretty excited for that too. I actually did not even know that they were going to come out with another album until I heard There's Something Centuries. And as soon as I heard that song, I'm like, hey, I actually like this song. It was a really big like arena rock hit, big poppy chorus and everything. I enjoyed it. At this point it's been a little overplayed, but I still enjoyed that song for what it is, and I still enjoy to this day the majority of American Beauty, American Psycho. When that album was released, I was really excited. I listened through the whole album. There were some songs that didn't stand out as much, like 4th of July, and even, what was that other one I'm thinking of? Even Novocaine didn't even really stand out to be that much. But there were many songs that did. I really liked the intro, Irresistible, and when they did that remix version with Demi Lovato, I enjoyed that, but I still like the original version better. I also really enjoyed her title track, American Beauty, American Psycho. I also really like The Kids Aren't Alright. As soon as I started listening to the album, Uma Thurman was one of the biggest songs that I really liked. And when Fall Out Boy came back from their hiatus, because they released two pretty solid releases, I was getting excited for when this new album Mania was supposed to drop. Like initially it was set to release back in September of 2017, but that got pushed due to Wentz and Stump having to work things out, fix up the album a little bit and everything. So that was delayed all the way till January of 2018. When they released their first single, Young and Menace, from the album, I was getting very, very skeptical because not only me, but a lot of other people as well did not like the direction that song was going. Did not like the EDM influences, did not like all that screeching during the chorus of Patrick's voice going so high like that and being like that. Just, I'm sorry, Fall Out Boy, I don't know what you're doing with that song. So I was hoping that, you know what, maybe this is just one song from the album that's going to be like this. One song that's going to be complete trash, you know? And then they released Champion, which to me was a very bland song. Too much. Champion was a song that to me just felt like they were just trying to hype up the album. Just get a song to get you hyped up, and almost like a Centuries Part 2 in a sense, but at the same time like something different, but it didn't really work with me. It has grown on me a little bit over time. I still don't care for Champion that much. From that point on, I was still pretty skeptical about how the album was going to come out. Last of the Real Ones was definitely one of the songs that really stood out to me and is probably one of the best songs on Fall Out Boy's new album. That song lit a little bit of spark in me. Made me think, oh, I have some hope in Fall Out Boy's new album now, so I can get excited again. And then, and when they released their other song, Hold Me Tight or Don't, at first I wasn't sure how I felt about the song, but it's really grown on me and I really enjoy that song. I really like the kind of like Latiny, Hispanic influences within the song a little bit, and the music video is very, very unique, and I like this style that they were going for. It works. It's one of their unique styles that they tried and actually works from the album. Now, before their album was released, their last song that they released that I also really enjoy and is also one of my favorites off of the album is Wilson Expensive Mistakes. Just something about that song just sparked even more hope in this album for me. And I can tell you, I enjoyed the song. The one line that they say in the song, I'll stop wearing black when they make a darker color, has been a little overbeaten into my head, is kind of really repetitive, and just the fact that that's just repeated and really shoved into you, like, is a little annoying and can get a little old, but I still really enjoy the song. I still really enjoy the verses. Musically, that song was just unique enough and at the same time very Fall Out Boy-esque. That's almost sound like a B-side or something from American Beauty, American Psycho. But when the album dropped, I could tell you, I tried listening to every single song on the album, even Young and Menace. Yes, I made it through Young and Menace again. And when I did so, yeah, it just felt like Fall Out Boy just threw a lot of different styles and stuff into like one album. It just wasn't very coherent at all. It didn't flow. It jumped around a lot. The album to me was just a very jumbled mess. And there were some parts that were okay in certain songs that I liked, like that Stay Frosty Milky Tea or whatever. It's a long title. I can't remember the whole title. Like, that song really wasn't awful. I just didn't really like that one line in the song. It very made me cringe so much that, do you smell that shit? And I'm just like, I don't know. I don't know if they were trying to be funny or clever or what, but I don't know, that line just really stands out and it really overpowers the song and makes the song less enjoyable in my opinion. Now, other songs that I know like a lot of the band members were talking about are like their favorites off the album, like Bishop's Knife Trick and Heaven's Gate and even Church. They were saying that those are some of their favorites, and to me those are some of their weakest songs on the album. I did not care for Church that much. The analogy of I'll get down on my knees and everything, pray as if you are church and everything, just I don't know, just something about that just didn't work well with me, and I did not grasp onto that. I don't really care to go back and listen to that song. I don't care to go back and listen to any of the other songs on the album. The one song I did not like that they tried a really unique style with, almost like a reggae thing, was that Sunshine Riptide was Sunshine Riptide. That song should have just been. I think they should have cut that song off the album. I'm sorry. I know that they got that feature from that one guy just for that song, and because they got that feature, they probably wanted to give him some shine on the album, and because they already did all that work for that song and everything, I understand why they probably wanted to put the song on the album, but I really don't think it should have been on the album. If anything, they should have like tried to put that in like a movie or something and have it be like a movie song versus an album song, because honestly it doesn't fit the mood of the album to me. I did not like it at all. This album in general, Mania, it to me was a complete wreck. I think Fall Out Boy kind of understands now that what they were trying to go for on this album wasn't necessarily the best way to go. Well, at least I hope that they understand that, because there has been so much backlash from fans and everything hating on the album. Don't get me wrong, there are some of those, there are still a lot of you Fall Out Boy fan girls and fanboys and everything that are all about Fall Out Boy and say love every single song on this album and everything. A lot of them are so stubborn, they think that they can't make a bad song, when in fact, when you really listen to those songs and really try to understand and break it apart and everything, and understand how it just might not work, like I really don't know what to say about you guys. Just don't hate on me for this video, because these are my opinions. These aren't all 100% facts. Well, the facts that it is fact that a lot of people did not like the album, but a lot of this stuff is my opinion. And to me, where do I see Fall Out Boy going in the future? Well, it's really hard to say. I would love to see them come back again with another hard-hitting, maybe more arena pop rock type of style, kind of like what American Beauty, American Psycho, and maybe add some of their influences that they had from Save Rock and Roll into another album. But I don't really know if that's going to happen, if they're just going to fall off the deep end, stop making music, because a lot of their creativity is wearing down. They're not as creative as they once were with their hooks. They used to have really good lyrics in their songs and used to be very enjoyable, while a lot of the stuff that they've been releasing recently, you can even tell that the quality and lyrics and musical styles, like the musical styles are very different, and they're trying to do something different, but a lot of those different things just aren't working for them, in my opinion. The rating I would give Mania is probably like a 45%. It just failed as an album, in my opinion. It was just a giant compilation of songs that they were just trying to get going that just didn't work. And I honestly think that Fall Out Boy just might cut it at this point, but we'll see. They might have a future. I hope that they have a future, because I always enjoy their music, and I still will try to find songs that I enjoy by them. That's all I have for you today. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Leave any comments in the comment section down below about any suggestions about albums that other albums you may want me to review, maybe informing you about any other movies that you might want to see appear on my channel as well. Anything from like Avengers Infinity War, which will be coming out next weekend, which I am very excited for. So you'll definitely get a review of that once again. Also, don't forget to subscribe. And if you want to keep up with all my videos, please click that alerts button so you'll know whenever I do post a new video. That's all for you today, and I'll see you in the next one.